Once upon a time, there was a small tray-fitting workshop tucked away in a bustling industrial district. The shop was run by Frank, the meticulous and slightly grumpy boss, who prided himself on efficiency and craftsmanship. He had three workers, Joe, Max, and Tim, each more mischievous than the last. Joe was the mastermind behind the pranks. Max had the loudest laugh in the entire shop, and Tim was the wild card, always pulling off the unexpected. While they were skilled at fitting trays, their favorite pastime was driving Frank up the wall with their antics. One day, Joe decided they needed to liven up the workshop. He whispered his plan to Max and Tim. They swapped out all the trays Frank had carefully sorted with ones from the scrap pile. As Frank walked in, he immediately noticed the chaos. "What is this mess?" he bellowed. The three workers burst out laughing, pointing at his puzzled face. "Very funny," Frank grumbled. But secretly he chuckled to himself. He had to admit, it was a good one. Another time, Max brought in a rubber chicken, which he claimed was their new mascot. Every time Frank gave instructions, Max would squeeze the chicken loudly, drowning out his voice. "Do you mind?" Frank snapped. Max replied, "The chicken's just helping us stay focused, boss." Tim couldn't contain himself and fell to the floor laughing. But the pièce de résistance was Tim's idea. He rigged up a fake tray that fell apart as soon as Frank picked it up. "Quality control!" Tim shouted as Frank stared at the broken tray in his hands. For a moment, Frank looked like he might explode, but instead, he shook his head and laughed. "You three are impossible," he said, smiling. Despite the pranks, Frank knew his workers were talented and dedicated when it mattered most. They could always pull off big orders under tight deadlines, working together seamlessly. Deep down, Frank appreciated their goofy energy. It brought life to the shop. And so, the tray-fitting place carried on, a mix of serious craftsmanship and endless laughter, where pranks were as much a part of the day as fitting trays. What do you think? Should the trio pull off another grand prank, or should Frank get his own revenge?